Hello my shiny stars, welcome back to the first lunar day astrology channel. We are exploring today a very interesting subject, as I promised, Ophiuchus or Serpent Bearer, the hidden 13th sign of the zodiac. In this video we'll cover its myth, key sky facts, and deep astrology dive, including spotting Ophiuchus in your chart, what those special stars mean for you, traits for men and for women, and who you match with the best. Let's dive in. Mythology and origins. Let's start with the stories. Ophiuchus means serpent bearer in Greek. Imagine a strong figure holding a huge snake in the sky. This represents Asclepius, the god of healing. He was Apollo's son with a human mom. Abundant as a baby, he grew up with Chiron, wise, a deadly wounded centaur who taught him about plants and fixing injuries. Once, Asclepius saw one snake use herbs to bring another back to life. That sparked his skills. He even made a potion from Medusa's blood to raise the dead, like saving Hippolyte after a bad accident. This freaked out Hades, the god of underworld, who complained to Zeus, and Zeus, fearing that humans might become immortal, struck Asclepius with a thunderbolt, with the lightning. To honor him, Zeus put Asclepius in the stars, holding a big snake. The snake stands for new beginnings and rebirth. With head, snake's venom, Asclepius could kill, with the tail he could heal. That's why this image with the snake is our medical symbol even today. But this isn't just Greek. In Babylonian times, around 3,000 years ago, it was associated with Nira, a serpent-looking god. These cultures saw serpents as symbol of rebirth since they shed their skin. So Ophiuchus isn't just Greek, it's a global myth of healing and transformation. In Egypt, we can compare him to Imhotep, a famous healer who became god. Ophiuchus is about healing across multiple cultures, and for centuries this was the symbol of a class of the alchemists and healers, star readers and magicians, those wise men who read the stars and calculated the geolocation of baby Jesus, and it took them 2 years to find him. I was curious which exactly Greek words that were used in the New Testament in the original to describe those people. So the Greek term magi or magi used in the Gospel of Matthew, and the term magi or magoi historically denotes a class of Persian or Babylonian priests, scholars, or astrologers known for their expertise in astronomy, astrology, and interpretation of signs, zodiacs, and magic, alchemistry. Also, number 3 is not exactly specified in Matthew, so it was just a plural noun, and as we know from the history, travelers from Far East didn't travel in the small caravans for safety reasons, especially with gold. It's much later tradition based on the 3 gifts, gold, frankincense, and myrrh. Their identity as kings also comes from later interpretations influenced heavily by church. In the original text, they are simply magi from the east. Now let's get back to Ophiuchus. Ophiuchus is one of the biggest constellations out there. You can see it from the most places on Earth, especially in summer if you are up north. It sits between Scorpio and Sagittarius. The most important stars, fixed stars, this programming destiny, are Razalik, Sabik, Ophiuchi, Barnard star, some other ones that I will mention. The constellation has cool clusters like Messier 10 and 12, old groups of stars, billions of years old, and nebula. The Dark Horse looks like a shadowy figure in the Milky Way. Raw Ophiuchi is a colorful spot where the new stars are born. The sun moves through Ophiuchus from late November to mid-December. If you are born around November 29th to December 17th, 18th, you might be an Ophiuchian. You blend Scorpio's deep feelings with Sagittarius's love of adventure. You are a healer at heart, curious, honest, spiritual, smart, and drawing people in, but watch that jealousy or quick tempers. Check your birth chart for more. If any planet is from 23rd degree of Scorpio to 18th degrees of Sagittarius, that's Ophiuchus energy. You can use a free chart application to see. If you are unsure, you can text me or email me. I will assist you with that. But fixed stars from Ophiuchus add very powerful layers. They are like a cosmic spotlight. If one is close to a planet in your chart with a degree or two, it shapes your whole life big picture, big time. Let's break them down. I will put right now some information on the screen, the 5 brightest Ophiuchus stars that might manifest in a birth chart of a 2025 baby. Here is a star position, the meaning, and you can read them all from the screen. Rasalag grants healing gifts, charisma, and wisdom, but warns of sudden setbacks or hybris like Asclepius' fate. If it's on the ascendant, a life path in medicine or teaching with a magnetic presence. If it's in house 10 on midheaven, it's a public recognition for transformative work, but risks scandals if ego-driven. Challenges include jealousy or overreacting. I also put some stars, but they are so massive and there is so much data and information that probably I will create separate short videos about each star from the constellation of Ophiuchus to give you better understanding what it also means when it's not just in the conjunction with the star, but also if it's in the certain houses. So what you can do, you can use the natal chart calculator for yourself. It can be any free app to see if any planets or angles fall within 1 or 2 degrees of these stars' positions. And all the positions I will put on the screen right now. If, for example, Sun is 22 degrees of Sagittarius, conjunct Rasalag, might indicate a healer's destiny with transformative heights and lows. Then you check house and the planet. In a context, the house, life area, and the planet, energy type, shape the star's influence. Rasalag on the moon in the house 12, for example, could mean intuitive gifts in spiritual healing, but hidden struggles with trust. Here is an example in a natal chart. Suppose someone has Sun at 22nd degree of Sagittarius. It means conjunction with Rasalag. They are drawn to healing professions like a doctor or a therapist or teaching with a charismatic aura. They face trials requiring humility to avoid downfall. For example, Mars at 22nd degree of Scorpio conjuncts Marfic. They are fiercely ambitious, expecting high-stakes fields like law or sport, but must temper impulsivity to avoid conflicts or any injuries. For example, if ascendant at 3 degrees of Capricorn conjunction with Sebalrai, it means that this person's public image is protective and loyal, but they may encounter betrayals in career or health matters requiring vigilance. If it's on your Sun, you might have a natural talent for medicine and healing others with calm vibe or music or voice or songs. On your Moon, it could mean emotional balance, but watch for ups and downs in relationships. Strength include strong morals and creativity, but it warns of challenges like feeling let down by other people or inner conflict. Use it to turn lessons into growth, great for teachers, advisors, lawyers, and counselors. Let's talk about Subic at 18 degrees of Sagittarius. This one has a mix of good and tough energies. It's about facing your shadows and turning them into strength. If it conjuncts your ascendant, you could come across as a mysterious and insightful, perfect for psychic work or therapy. With Venus, it boosts charm, but cautions against tricky partnership. You might deal with moral choices or hidden talents. The gift is transformation, like the serpent shedding skin, but avoid self-doubt or risky habits. Ideal for artists or leaders who inspire change. Zeta Ophiuchus around 23rd degree of Scorpio is all about drive and standing out. It pushes for big achievements. If you don't use your talent, you will burn inside. If on your midheaven house 10, career success and bold fields like tech or healing could come, but with the risks of sudden changes. On Mars, it amps up courage, but warns of acting too fast. Channel it into positive action. Think inventors or activists who break barriers. Barnard's star, fainter but speedy, symbolizing quick life shifts. Sharp mind for science or puzzles with fast ideas, but it can bring feelings of being alone or sudden moves, different changes. Great for independent thinkers like writers or researchers who loves or attract solitude or isolation. The Messiah 10 and Messiah 12 clusters near 15th to 17th degree of Sagittarius feel like ancient family ties. They are all about wisdom from the past. If Messiah 10 is with your Jupiter, for example, expect growth through groups or traditions like healing circles, family business. Messiah 12 adds the depth, maybe hidden strength. If they conjunct Saturn, it means strong endurance, but don't get stuck in old ways too much. It's like getting sucked into family karma, but it's perfect for those building lasting legacies with a sense of belonging to something bigger. For Nebula, the Dark Horse at about 6 degrees of Sagittarius hides lots of surprises. It's the underdog energy. If it conjuncts your sun, you uncover hidden gifts after tough times, like emerging stronger. Great for creative breakthroughs, but expect some delays. Nothing will be very easy in your life. Use it for intuition in art or business. Raw Ophiuchus, around 3rd degree of Scorpio, is a birthplace of stars, a womb of creation full of creativity and intensity. Deep emotions lead to rebirth, like therapy or transforming pain, but it can be chaotic. Do you have weird dreams or astral travels? You are a weirdo because you can see the unseen and travel through the time with your astral body. Strength in imagination and passion, ideal for artists and healers. Ophiuchus traits shift a bit by gender. For men, you are protective and bold, like natural leaders with a healing touch. Charismatic and generous, you think big, but tame that stubborn side or overspending. You're a hero type. For women, you're intuitive and strong, blending care with willing adventure. Passionate and clever, you inspire others. Watch intense feelings or needing too much freedom. You're the wise guide. In the relationship, Ophiuchus needs passion and space. So remember best matches: Scorpio for deep bonds, Sagittarius for fun explorations, Pisces for emotional dreams, Aries, the fire element, for excitement, Cancer or Libra for balance, skip Taurus or Virgo for too much clashing stubbornness, or Leo and Aquarius for ego battles. Focus on respecting each other's independence. That's the key to lasting love. And remember, astrology is about symbols, not science. Ophiuchus is your sign of renewal. Let's talk about the repetitive numbers that people with Ophiuchus will see a lot around themselves, different signs. I'll share my personal stories because I have moon in Ophiuchus. And I didn't know about that. So numbers matter a lot in our journey. They guide us in the ways we cannot ignore. I started seeing 238 almost everywhere, too often to be chance. On the car plates, in the phone numbers, credit cards, transactions, application tickets, service line and airplane tickets, tax returns, even utility bills. And notice this: 2 plus 3 plus 8 equals 11. That's no accident. In my dreams, 11 appear clear. I dreamt of taking an elevator to level 11, and there was two big signs saying 11 on the same floor. I felt like it's a message. When I looked at the zodiac 360 degree zodiac circle, 238 degree landed right in Ophiuchus. This is when I knew I had to make this video. My moon is in Ophiuchus, and I see prophetic dreams a lot. I can space travel while sleeping. I read the ancient books that are given to me, and I can talk to other civilizations in my sleep. If the symbols are very vivid and message is very clear, I write it down. I can even draw sometimes the symbols that I'm given. If you are an Ophiuchus, pay attention to your dreams and also know that your enemies won't succeed. You use the snake's venom. You can heal or unalive with your emotions and your power. I wish everyone to train your mind to accept this cosmic gift. Don't resist it in this life. Use it. No one has the superpower of alchemistry, but you have. It's the connection to the hidden realms. I've covered Ophiuchus from myth to your chart stars. It's all about healing, wisdom, and embracing change. Do you have an Ophiuchus in your chart? If you would like a personal birth chart reading or to dive deeper with your fixed stars, please email me. Also, like, subscribe, and comment. Share your positivity with the world. Leave any questions. Thank you for watching, and see you next time.